everybody. Welcome to the Deadman Horror Show. Let's go ahead and get this started. Tonight's episode is going to be pretty dark. It's going to be pretty grim. If you are eating something you're not going to want to eat it, you're going to want to just stop. What we're going to talk about is pretty disgusting. It shouldn't be a long episode, but it's going to be very, very disgusting. It's related to horror, and it's definitely horrific. This thing. Have you heard about this Lacey Fletcher? Horrible thing that happened here. There is a horror, to put some levity here, there is a horror movie called Killer Sofa, and when I tell you that this woman sunk into the sofa in the couch and was devoured by it. You might think it's a plot of a B movie, but it's not. It is real life, and it's not funny like that. The reason why she sunk into that couch is because she sat there for like 20-something years, for like 15 years, okay? Sitting in a couch, not moving, covered, and absolutely covered and drenched with her own urine and feces. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. And the parents of this person, Sheila and Clay Fletcher, they are horrible scumbag parents. They're worse than they are reprehensible. If it was up to me, they would have already been executed. And it would not be on tax dollars, okay? They would have been taken care of. I'm going to go and put this on the screen here so we know what we're talking about here. So as a reference. Lacey Fletcher. Her body was found on January 3rd. It was found sunk into a hole. Sunk into a hole on the couch. Now I'll try to get a picture of that couch here. I think I have one saved and ready to go. It is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. It is. You probably can't see much of that. It's probably a smudge. It is feces, man. It is just caked feces and urine and worse than that, it's rot. Lacey was rotting away on the couch. She had maggots on her. The maggots were eating her flesh. Now, how can this happen? How does this happen? Where are the parents? That's a really good question. Where are the parents? A 36-year-old woman dies like this. It really does beg that question. What were they doing? Who are they? I mean, how did they live in that home, neglecting her like this, neglecting Lacey like this? Sheila was a secretary for a law office, a prosecutor office. So she worked with law enforcement, sort of. She worked for the city. Craig, the father, he was a member of a Civil War roundtable. Now, this is all in Louisiana, so a Civil War roundtable is not surprising. But it paints a picture of Craig Fletcher too occupied with this Civil War reenactment bullshit, and I guess Sheila too busy answering phones or doing stuff at the law office to even care or be remotely considerate to have any sort of empathy for their own daughter. I mean, she passed away this way. She died from neglect. from medical neglect. It was ruled medical neglect, and the parents were charged with homicide. Gross. Very gross. Absolutely disgusting. What's Mr. Deadman doing this time? It's not my house, I swear. I swear. I didn't do this. I might have dead hookers in the garage somewhere. That meat freezer might have some body parts in it. But I don't neglect my kids. Fucking A. So let's get some backstory about Sheila, not Sheila, but Lacey. About our victim here. So she had autism. They said had autism, but it's not just autism. She had this disorder which she would sort of like freeze up, like lock up, like it's a neurology. Let's see, wrote it down here. Suffered from locked-in syndrome, a neurological disorder characterized by complete paralysis of voluntary muscles, except for the eyes. So she would just freeze up. She would just lock up. Okay? Now imagine this. If you have someone like that who has that and they lock up and they're not going to move off the couch or whatever, what do you do then? What do you do? Do you just let them sit in their own piss and feces? No. You do the reasonable thing and you pick them up and you give them hand over hand assistance. You pick them up and you take them to the toilet. You let them sit there and let them do their bowel movement there. Like, or you give them like it depends, a diaper, and you change it. Like, I don't know what sort of services Louisiana has, the state or whatever, but the parents could have done stuff. The parents could have done stuff, many things, anything really, other than just neglect her and let her rot away. But they didn't. To me, they're absolutely horrific monsters that deserve to be executed, like on the spot. Like, you better have a good story, Sheila and Craig. You better have a good alibi. I don't know what it could possibly be. I don't know how you can defend this. Oh, you were too busy. Oh, it was too complicated. Oh, she wouldn't like what's the excuse? Like, they couldn't help her. Like, they couldn't lift her off the couch. She weighed like 94 pounds. She weighed 94 pounds. We're not talking about a child, okay? 96 pounds. Accuracy, right? We need accuracy. 96 pounds at 36 years old. I can understand Sheila not being able to pick that up because she's a woman, right? Need help opening jars of pickles and all that stuff. But Craig, the father, he couldn't pick her up and take her to the toilet. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that at all. Or maybe he was too busy doing something else. You see, there's something else about this that strikes me very odd. And don't worry, guys. I'll take a look at the chat here. I just want to stay on a roll here. Definitely want to get your take on this. When they found Lacey, she was even nude. She was naked. She didn't have any clothes on. So she was sitting naked, starving away, eating the couch for sustenance, eating the couch and her own feces for sustenance. What do you say? What do you say to that? But my question is, why was she naked? Why was she naked? What was going on there? What was going on there, Craig? I mean, it seems a little weird that she would be shut in like this. Or maybe she doesn't go outside much. Well, you see, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Let's see. I want to go into detail really about how bad the scene was when the coroner got there. I mean, it's pretty disgusting. I mean, I think that picture really says it all. I'll put the picture back on the screen. It's like a fucking it's a hoarder's bathroom in there. I mean, the quality. Did you guys ever see the episode of Hoarders where the woman like collected bottles of urine and piss and shit? It was all over the place because the toilet didn't work. I mean, what I'm saying is here, this couch was used as a toilet. Okay, this couch. And I understand Lacey. It's not really Lacey's fault. It's not Lacey's fault at all. She was at the mercy of her parents to care for her. They left her there. Okay, that's how it got this way. Horrible, horrible shit. According to the coroner, like when he arrived on the scene, when he was there, the scent nearly floored him. The scent of the putrid death nearly floored him. And we're talking about a professional, right? I mean, these guys smell horrific odors all the time. Hell, I did with my previous job. Horrific odors all the freaking time. You learn to kind of tolerate it sometimes. But every now and then there's that one that's a doozy. It knocks you down. And now was this for them? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. But anyway. And according to the coroner, Lacey had not seen a doctor in 20 years. Over 20 years. There's a little bit more to that. Not only did she not see a doctor in 20 years, the parents went to the doctor, asking the doctor what they can do for Lacey, for her situation, for her disorder. And the doctor recommended take her to a hospital. Take her to a hospital. And you know what? That's what they should have done. They should have taken her to a hospital, but they didn't. They didn't do that because they did not care. It's like they wanted her to die. Well, she died. Y'all wanted her to die. She died. It's on your hands. Y'all committed murder by neglect. Y'all deserve everything that's coming to you. Like, I don't know. If they get off from this, dude, I don't know what to tell you. They said when the coroner found her, her feet were crossed under her, dug deep into the hole. She had worn through the foam and padding. It's filled with feces and urine. Okay, 96 pounds, and also infected with COVID. There's COVID on top of that. Look at that. That's the least of her concern. Don't worry, Chad. There will be some interaction there. I just want to be on the roll with this. This won't be too long. After this, we'll do another stream where we'll talk about, I guess, something a little bit different. And maybe the Diamond might come on for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So let's talk about Lacey real fast. So, yeah, Lacey does have, she has disorders. Okay? She has autism. She has some sort of, paralysis. She's paralyzed in some way. She has to be. Neurological disorders. Paralysis. Okay. What they call locked-in syndrome. All right. I never really heard of locked-in syndrome before. That's new to me. But with that, the neighbor last saw her outside exercising when she was 21. That's 15 years ago. So 15 years ago was the last time the neighbor saw her outside. And the neighbor reported that Lacey appeared to be normal. She was thin, but not like anorexic thin or whatever. She was skinny, but She was working out. She was wearing workout clothes and all that stuff, and she was like doing some exercise with like little 5-pound weights or whatever, little weights that you have when people, when you run. She was doing that. Okay, so she was working on her fitness and exercising outside. That's 15 years ago. So what happened? What happened? I am so curious. What happened then when she was 21, 22? What caused her to just totally shut down? How did it all go to shit? You go from 21, you seem normal. Neighbors are reporting that you seem fine. She seemed fine. And then she's dead at 36 because she was neglected on the couch. I have so many questions. It's kind of like the same questions over and over again. Like why, how could you do this? Explain. Like just more probing and digging because it's not going to make any sense. And their answers aren't going to make any sense. Robert, her schoolmate, said that she wasn't really a typical teenager. She was more into like childish things, which to me sounds like, teenage girls into Disney. Like that, like childish things like that. That's not abnormal. That's kind of typical actually. Like that. I don't know what you mean by childish things. Like she likes to play with like child toys or into Disney still or cartoons or dolls or whatever. But that's not weird. That's not like that's a sign of something. She was on the volleyball team. She was kind of isolating herself when her autism got worse. Maybe there's a medical issue for this. It's much greater that would kind of help explain things. How Lacey developed the way she did. I guess not really developed. That's not the way I should explain it. Why maybe things broke down. Okay. But it does not help at all that her parents completely neglected her and didn't do a damn thing to help her at all. At all. She was probably dead for a while. According to the report, the mom called the police, called 911 to report her dead. I think that day after work, she got home, noticing that she had stopped breathing. So that's the other thing, too. She was in this home. The parents lived in this home, too. And you have to imagine the smell. The smell. Did they not have guests over? The dad had friends, but I guess they never came to the home. Never, ever, ever, ever. Because it's not something you could just spray some Febreze and just, be done with it. Okay? That's not how this is going to work. Hell, Febreze doesn't even cover my nasty number 2s. What the hell? Anyway. The coroner said that she at least had been on the couch for at least 12 years. There's that. And like I said, I think I said this already. Authorities said when they found Lacey's body that she was, partially naked, and sitting upright and submerged in a hole with her feces and urine. Horrible, disgusting. Like I said, if you're eating anything, you absolutely do not want to. This is a short Deadman horror show. Okay. I don't know, like, what you could do. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Like, compare this to some horror movies or whatever. But I was really thinking about what horror movie would this compare to? It is. I really can't think of one. To this degree. I could think of, there's horror novels like The Girl Next Door, which is based on a real Jack Ketchum. Have you ever read that book? I think it was a movie too. Really good stuff. But that's different. That's more sexual. That's sexual abuse. That is straight up sexual abuse done by a foster mom and all the kids on the adopted child. Like they run train on her. And the mom, the foster mom, like sanctions it and teaches the boys how to do it, actually. gross stuff, horrific stuff. Jesus. I cannot think of a horror movie that compares to this shit. I really cannot. Just they neglected and wasted away like that. Maybe. Ooh. But chat, help me out. If you know of one, let me know. Let me know. Let me know for sure. All right. Now, chat, let's interact. Let's interact. What do you got here? They're crazy. They'll get off. They get off. That'd be crazy. Oh, you're right. Not even Foster, just some woman that the Carney parents left her with. That's right. That's right. Why did I steal Chauncey's wrench? That's a long story. That's a long story. You know, every now and then when I fire up a stream, now we're kind of getting out of the Deadman Horror Show. Maybe we fire another stream, but it's and so that's probably going to come up tomorrow night. Is every now and then when I fire up a stream, it's like, what are you going to get? How's Mr. Deadman going to be today? Oh my God. Is it going to be on his meds? Off his meds? Oh my God. What's going to happen? Is he going to pretend to be a raptor and just like purge everybody? Is he going to do you know, one of my favorite streams was the He-Man Woman Haters Club where I tossed out all the women. But I don't even remember. I don't even remember why. And he probably deserves it again. I don't know. I think, you know what it was? It was the war with the Daimo. I think that's what it was. That. It was the very middle school girl-esque thing of, you're either Team Deadman or Team Daimo. But really, middle school, it's still Team D and Team D. They're the same. You can put that on the tree. They belong together. That's so cute and gay. Oh, shit. And you ordered by stealing his wrench. Oh, don't worry. Wrenches will be earned again. Don't worry. Dude, let's be honest. I toss out wrenches like candy, all right? Everybody gets a wrench. I liked it when I gave Bronx Beats a wrench. That was fun. That was fun. That was legitimately fun. And I'll unban him if he promises to not spam again for a little while. And then he'll do it. And then I'll ban him again. And it'll be fine. And it's not even like the N towers or the F towers or all that stuff. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Before I wrap up this little stream, do you guys have any questions or anything related to the topic? And if not, well, we'll do the hell, I don't even know what to call it. I guess Mr. Deadman's strategy plan against Mr. Vickers. Mr. Vickers, definitely don't watch this stream. Because he know he will. Yeah, it is disgusting. There's not really much more you could say about it. Anyway. Horrible parents. Worst parents ever. Paid $150 for your wrench? You were very generous. And your money did help at times. It did. It did. I think bought some cigars with it. So there's that. Okay. I will wrap up this stream and we'll be right back. That's how this goes.